If you think you need a massive email list to make money, think again, because today I'm breaking down 6 ways exactly how to monetize an email list of less than 1000 people. And trust me, it is more than possible and it is simpler than you think. So if you are sitting on a small email list and wondering, can I really make this work? Stick around and find out. Let's dive in. Number 1, know who is on your list. First thing first, you have to know who is on your email list, because if you are attracting your ideal clients, every person on that list is a potential prospect. They are potential prospects because they purposefully entered the buying cycle. You didn't force them to enter it. So if you know who your ideal customer is and what they want, the rest of the process becomes easier. If you are familiar with copywriting, you have probably heard this saying that you have to know your customer better than they know themselves, and I kind of agree with that. So if for any reason you don't know who's there, here are 2 quick ways to find out. Number 1, use your lead magnet as a qualifier. A generic lead magnet will bring in all sorts of random people, but a lead magnet that solves a very specific problem will attract exact kind of people you want. People who are willing to whip their credit card whenever they see your offer. Number 2, just ask them. In email marketing, this is what we call a reply-based email, and the power of reply-based email is immense because it helps in many ways. Here are just 2. Number 1, it will increase your email service provider's reputation, and number 2, you will get to know exactly what your audience wants. You can just send a reply-based email that looks like this. You can pause the video and take a screenshot. This gives you insight into what they need and how you can help them. Number 2, make it easy to buy. Now that you know who is on your list, let's talk about how to get them to buy. Most people won't jump straight into your premium offer because they don't know you yet. So make it easy for them to take a small step first. This is called the value ladder approach. Instead of asking them to commit to your big service, offer something smaller first, a low ticket product, a workshop, or a mini course. When they see the value in that, they will be way more likely to take the next step. Almost 99% of the time, companies use this approach because it works, and it works really well. If you have noticed, even video game companies use the value ladder approach. And remember, it is much easier to sell to a prospect who has bought from you before than to acquire a new customer and sell to them. Number 3, show up consistently. This one is simple but huge. Just show up. As Robert Collier once said, success is the sum of small efforts repeated day in and day out. You are not going to annoy people nearly as much as you think. In fact, the more you show up, the more chances you have to make a sale. And if you don't show up consistently, you are going to leave a ton of money on the table. I made a full video breaking down exactly how many emails you should send in a month to maximize your profit. If you haven't watched that video, you should check it out, because the future of your email marketing depends on it. Now, here are a few easy ways to regularly show up with value. Share quick tips, tell personal stories, offer freebies, ask questions, announce special offers, promote your latest blog, podcast, video, or event. Share your opinions and thoughts. Treat your list like a personal journal, because you never know who out there will benefit from it. The key here is to be consistent. When you are on top of mind, you are on top of their awareness level, and because of it, people are more likely to buy. Number 4, build relationship. Here is something a lot of people forget. Your email list is made up of real people. It is easy to fall into the trap of thinking in numbers. My list, my followers, but these are actual humans, and humans appreciate being treated like, well, humans. This doesn't mean you can't sell. In fact, it is the opposite. When people feel like they know you, trust you, and see you as a part of their community, they're way more likely to buy from you. Number 5, ask them to buy. This might sound obvious, but you have to ask for the sale. Think of a retail store. Would they hide the cash register in the back corner? No. So don't hide your offers. Remember the value ladder approach. Whatever the first step is, whether it's a $7 ebook or a $97 workshop, make sure it is clear, concise, and easy for people to take action, because people buy when it is the next logical step in their journey. So make it make sense, because they have entered the buying cycle for a reason, and they are opening your email for a reason. They're showing a reaction, which means there is a need. Number 6, get better at subject lines and hooks. None of this works if people don't open your emails. Your subject line is what gets the email opened. Your first line is what gets it read. So you don't need to be a world-class copywriter. Just be human. For subject lines, think about what would make you open an email. For first lines, start with a hook that grabs attention. For this, you can study the history of your YouTube videos, because the reason you have watched those videos is that got your attention. For starters, you can begin by emulating them until this becomes second nature. So let's quickly recap how to monetize an email list. Number 1, make the first step easy. Number 2, show up consistently. Number 3, treat people like friends. Number 4, ask for the sell. Number 5, improve your subject lines and first lines. And don't forget to watch the video about how often you should send email to your list.